Next question. I'm an INFJ. I recently realized that I have wounding around extroverted intuition. So just for the benefit of everybody tuning in, so INFJs don't actually have extroverted intuition in their own for people within, but it is in the shadow side as the adult self. So INFJ's shadow adult self is extroverted intuition. So I just want to put that in there before I read the question, so that when I answer it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So I'm an INFJ. I recently realized that I have a wounding around extroverted intuition. All my life, I have been attracted to the pioneer in my relationships, so the extroverted intuition, in my relationships and friendships, because it is so giddy and inspiring to me. It truly is that. But the truth is, it also scares me. In my most meaningful relationship to date with an ENFP, this pioneer took him to places that felt unsafe to me. After a roller coaster ride, the relationship ended in infidelity, which I believe came about through the insatiable curiosity of his pioneer. Another time, a good friend of mine, an INFP, left one day to go traveling without any word of contact, as she backpacked around the world for several years with minimal communication. Part of me feels like I'm boring and not enough to satisfy someone's extroverted intuition, and that scares me. I know that not everyone with pioneer goes to destructive extremes, but I feel my stomach tighten when the people around me start to reveal their pioneer. It's like a flame that entices me, but also threatens to engulf me. How can I heal this wound? I love this question. Oh my goodness. Thank you for asking it. The pioneer is for an ENFP is their adult self, for an INFP is their inner parent, part of them, of course. And the pioneer, like every one of these different people who live within you, so each one of your 4 people within, each one of the ENFPs and the INFPs 4 people within that you've been involved with, they all have a supportive or healthy expression and possibly an unhealthy or unsupportive expression. So depending on how the person is feeling, their 4 people within come to the plate. So not one of those people is always good or always bad. And that's something I wanted to say here, is that it's quite possible that these people that you're attracting to, the problem isn't the pioneer, the problem is the health level of the pioneer. Because when the pioneer is unhealthy or not stable or not grounded, I think that's the way to, not grounded. I don't think it's instability as much as just not being grounded. What happens is that we can get high on, especially our introverted intuition, can get high on the possibilities that they can see that we can't see, that then we can take into our inner library and put into different positions. And because these people have a huge amount of possibilities coming through, we as introverted intuition people think that those possibilities are actually facts, when in fact they are not. They're just possibilities, and they may or may not come true. Oftentimes in relationships, like for INFJs to keep in mind in relationship with ENFPs and INFPs, is that when people say, I'm going to do this, 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 they don't actually mean that they're going to do those things. They're just saying that they could be doing those things, any number of things, or that they will be doing those things, but not necessarily in the next 5 minutes or 5 years or even 10 years or whatever. So outward facing intuition is almost like looking at the thoughts and then releasing them out there again. Outward intuition doesn't bring the thoughts into their inner library like inward intuition does. So look at how tethered the person using the outward intuition is in actually actualizing the ideas, before you set up any expectations around those ideas. And then the other thing also is, look at how healthy the person is as a whole. You know, are they having a lot of depression? Are they having a lot of like challenges to share intimacy and share community, be a part of community and so on? Because those things can also be an indication that perhaps when the outward intuition does come out, that it's not necessarily grounded in the reality of the situation. Now that's no criticism on any person, because we all, if we're all honest about it, we all feel untethered at times in different ways. So it's not, I'm not talking about vilifying INFPs or ENFPs or the pioneer process. I'm just saying that, you know, we all have capacity to be healthy and capacity to be very unhealthy. And putting your expectations on somebody, not taking into consideration the level of health of that part of them or that person in general, can lead you to a disaster and can lead you to feeling like you're let down. So my question to you is, which part of your inner children, which one of your inner children, your inward thinking or the scientist who is only, you know, focused on black and white thinking, what's right and what's wrong, what's factual and what's not factual, or the outward facing sensing, or the investigator, which one of those for you is activated and wants to relate to that pioneer that might not be tethered to or might not be grounded to a healthy space? So that's my question to you. And that's where you can start healing this wound. Hey, if you need, I know that this can get a little bit technical, so if you need help with this, because this is a very specific issue, and if this is something that has been going on for a long time, it might be too hard for you to work on this on your own. So do not be afraid to reach out for help, for some resources. You can email us at desk@infxproject.com, desk@infxproject.com. We're here to help. We want you to get to a space where you won't be worried that you're boring or, you know, that you can't satisfy someone's extroverted intuition. It's not about you satisfying the extroverted intuition. It's about enjoying it and them enjoying your introverted intuition as well. I just have a feeling, I just want to say, I feel like you might be selling yourself short in a way where you feel like these people and what they do affect you, so like that they have the power to affect you so much. And I just want to remind you of the power that you have within you. You're an important person. You deserve to be happy. You deserve everything you want in life, of course, unless it's hurting somebody else. So don't forget that. Don't forget that. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining in today. It's been good to be here with you. Melody, you said I'm more confused now than ever. Get in touch with us. Send us a message. I'll hook you up with an INF mentor to do like an exploration call. So don't get discouraged. There is a solution to this, and the solution is not necessarily going to be discussed in one video. So I look to hear from you, Melody, and everyone else. You take care, and we'll talk again next week. Bye now.